Hi teammate, my name is Ronnie Alfonso. I'm the product owner and mentor of BreazeHome 4.0. Is Dr. Masoud Sajadi. Welcome to my video. This video is about the feature 2491, resetting the password using the security question and the token. My first step is to show how it is implemented in the production version in this moment. As you can see, it asks for the email, and then it shows a message with the confirmation that the email was sent to the user email account, but there are no further actions beyond that point. So I'm going to show how I have implemented in my version, and I will divide it in 4 steps to make it more clear. The first step is the email screen. The user will have to enter the email address in this screen, and then we're going to have the second screen, which is the token. That token was sent to the user email account via backend. So the user will have to open the email account, read the email, copy the token, and then go back to the BreazeHome page and enter that same token that was sent. The next step is to enter the answer of the security question, which was filled in the registration step, and the last one is the password itself. The password is implemented using this feature that shows the password when the mouse hover over the input, and the last one is the confirmation. Well, let's go to the code. For the first file, we need to go to the landing HTML, which is inside the BreazeHome, the Breeze desktop app folder inside the views. Here is landing HTML, and in the line 27 we call the show reset password model. So after we click this model, we go to the controller, which is inside the script file folder, inside the controller, and the name is landing.js. Landing, inside the landing, the method is show reset password model. The first statement is initializing the reset password variable, which is a dictionary that has email in blank, and then after that we proceed and call a model. The name the model is reset password. The model are inside the view folder, inside the model folder. So here's the registration in the reset password model, and here we accept the email from the user, and then after we accept, after user click the submit button, it will call the reset user password method inside the landing.js. Let's go back to landing.js and let's look for the reset user password. Here inside the reset user password, the first thing that we're gonna do is use a service. The service are inside the service folder inside the script. So inside the service, we're gonna show the user service, and then let's go for the reset password method. Here in the reset password method, we're gonna make a post to the backend, and we're gonna use the account reset password URL. I'm gonna send the email in the payload. After we call the API, we're gonna receive a response, either a success response or an error, and that's what we're gonna return to the controller. So now let's go to the backend. The backend is inside the folder Breeze API Django, and we're gonna check the URL that we access in the reset password function the URLs are inside the Breeze folder, inside the urls.py file. So we call the account reset password, which is the 102nd line, and we're calling the reset password request view views. So the views are inside the folder user and inside the views file. So here is request password request view, reset password request view, and in the post we in line 122 we extract the email from the payload, and then we prepare the email that we're gonna send to the user account with the token. The token is initialized in line 145. Then we proceed to send the email in line 157, and if everything was okay, then we send the 200 response back. If there was an error, then we send a 404 not found status. Now let's go back to landing.js, and here in landing.js we have two logic for the response. The one that failed, if it returns a 404, then we go for the option in line 204, then in which we show the model for the error and the message. If we have a response 200, then we proceed to the next step to show the model with the token request. The token is the second layer of security for this procedure. The first one was itself the user can access his email account. So we are adding layers of security to this procedure to prioritize the security of the account as our first option. So let's go to show the token request model, which is inside the same folder where we find the reset password. It's here, and here basically we're gonna show a model with one input file in one input field, and then we're gonna call the confirm user token method inside the landing.js. So let's go back to landing.js again, and here we have the confirm user token. The confirm user token is going to be initialized with the email that we started procedure and the token that was entered by the user in the token screen. So after that, we're going to call the user's confirm token service to check if the token was the one that was saved in the backend when the user enter his email. So to do that, we're gonna make another call to the API, and this time it's gonna be to user confirm token URL, and we're gonna send the email and the token in the user info variable. So the URL is user confirm token, which is in line 111, and then we're gonna call the confirm token view, and in the views file the confirm token view is in line 314. The first thing that we do is initialize the serializer. The serializers are the one that in charge of translating the data into a JSON file, and the JSON file translating to data. So we have like a bridge in between the database and the data that need to be sent to the front end. So the confirm token serializer, we have only the email and the token. So let's go back to the view, and in the view, because we are sending a post, then we're gonna override the post method, and what we're gonna do is extract the email and the token from the payload. And if we find the email in the database, and the user has the same token in the database saved as the user of the token that was sent in the post, then we won't raise an exception, and then we're going to return a 200 status. Otherwise, we're going to return a 404 again as an error. So let's go back to the landing.js, and in landing.js we have again two options. The first one, we're gonna go to the third step in the proceedings, and the other one is to show that the token didn't match in our record, and the token in this moment becomes invalid, because every time the user start a process to reset the password, a new token is generated and it's saved into the user account. So let's go on to the next step, which is get user question. And get user question, I forgot to notice that in the API, the last call that we did, that was confirm token, we received in the detail of the response the question itself. So we're going to use that question for the next step, and then we're going to initialize the variable with a blank answer. So we're going to show the model again to the user with answer question, which is in the model folder. And after the user enters the question, we're going to call again the landing.js, the confirm user answer method. Confirm user answer method is going to initialize a param reset variable, which is going to be used to call the service inside user confirm answer. That service will send the email and the answer to the backend in order to confirm that the answer matches the user records. Again, if we don't receive a 200 response, then we're gonna show an error with the message. So let's go to the users service confirm answer to see what happened in the back stage. Confirm answer. Confirm answer is gonna make a post to the user / confirm answer URL, and it's going to send the user info. So the URL is in line 112, and it's gonna use the view confirm answer view. Confirm answer view. We use the serializer confirm answer serializer, which has the email and the answer that was fed by the user. And also in the post method, we're gonna extract the email. We're gonna take the answer from the email also. We're gonna convert it lower to we're gonna strip from all the white spaces, and we're gonna hash that email, that answer to be stored in the database. And that's the third layer of security that we're adding to our procedure. In that way, the user is never known but a person that other than the user, and we make our user account even more secure. So if we have any problem finding the user, or the user answer didn't match with the answer that was previously hashed and stored when the user registered, then we're gonna raise a 404 response. Otherwise, we're gonna write 200, and then we're gonna go back to the landing JS. Here in landing JS, we go to the last step in our procedure, and we're gonna show the user the change password model in case that we receive a 200. We previously noticed that. So let's go to the model change password. And here we're gonna have only one input, which we have two events. The one that will hide or show the password. In case that we put the mouse over the input, we're gonna call on mouse over event, and once we leave from the input, we're gonna call on mouse leave. I'm gonna show next the code. After that, we call the change user password in the landing JS. The first thing it's gonna do is initialize the variable change password params, and it's gonna call again. It's gonna use a service from user change password, and it's gonna pass the parameters that we retrieve from the form that the user just filled. So let's go to users change password, and again we're gonna call the API using a post, and the URL is gonna be password reset change. It's in line 104, and it's calling the password reset change view. So inside the password reset view, we're gonna call the post method. We use the email, the password that we just obtained from the user. You're gonna validate the email, and once everything is okay, then we're gonna save that new password in the user table. So if we don't have any problem, we're gonna return the 200 response. So let's go back to the front end, and here, if we have a 200, then we're gonna show the password change model. The model is success, or we're gonna change the error to the user. The model is inside the model folder, and we're gonna receive the message and the title. So let's go back to landing, and let's play the event from that are used in the change password model. So here are the events. We're gonna start by default showing the password as a false. So we won't show the password while the user is typing. So in order to show the password, we just need to change this variable to false or true, and because we have double binding in Angular, let's go back to the change password HTML, and we're gonna change the class and the type of the input. If we have choose password true, then the type of input will be text. Otherwise, the type of input will be password and will be hidden as a result. And that's it. Thank you for watching.